Welcome to Live, my life. You know, today we're going to talk about, relationships, problems, you know, the goods, the ups and the downs, and why it's important to try to fix your problems, you know, so that you can be an expert with the solutions. Because we all know that in this world, there's problems and there's solutions. And of course, everybody's trying to find solutions, right? Because in the long run, prevention of problems is better than the cure, the solution, because it's prevent from happening, right? So today we're gonna talk more about relationship situations. You see, that in many ways, there's lots of people that seem to think that if they're in a relationship and the relationship has problems, that they're the only ones that have these problems. You see what I'm saying? They're the only ones that have these problems. And sometimes the problems can take you away, meaning it can isolate you for you to become more wise in the sense of understanding. You see, being wise is understanding the future effects of things. Sometimes wisdom comes with time, it comes with a sense of isolation. It doesn't make you less of a person, it doesn't make you unwise or afraid. It just gives you the indication that you are wiser, that you are making a better choice in the sense of when you make that of a choice, you will understand that what is wise to do and what is not wise to do. One thing that you can guarantee in life is if you are faced with, a great abundance of problems, know that there is abundance of solution. And sometimes, if you don't have those answers, you grow to understand how the answers is and how to pick the right answers. Because picking the right choice will save you a greater headache. If a problem presents itself and you don't solve it, the problem can then show up again in a different, format, in a different way, in a different relationship. But if you can assess and find the solution for these problems, then you'll be able to provide a solution and also an answer or prevention for others. Because obviously, wisdom comes with knowledge, wisdom comes with time, wisdom comes with effort and understanding what you have learned. That is the reason why you see people going to school. Not that they don't make mistakes. You don't go to school to find the right answer. See what I'm saying? But you go to school to learn how to find the right answers. You have to understand. Because the answer at that moment in discovery could be one answer, but due to the time, it could change. Now, if you cannot find how to, you don't know how to put things together to understand that even how it changed from, answer A to answer B, this is just an example, then what would happen? You would not be able to discover, right, the true meaning of your lessons. You see what I'm saying? So think about it. If you always found the answer, but you didn't know how, they have created so many ways, right? For example, mathematics equations. That is something that was created. And then before, people used to use mental math, means they use their brain, they use methods, right, to find the answer. Then they came up with what? The calculator, where you can just type it in and the answer will be given to you. But then the teachers will say, find how did you come up with that, right? What is the process? You see what I'm saying? So learning the process makes you become a teacher in the same time. So you're a student and a teacher. Because I'm pretty sure if you learn the process and you put in calculations manually, physically writing it out, thinking, putting the equations, writing it together, you'll be able to teach somebody else. But anybody can type a calculator and type in the exact same figures and it will push out an answer. And you say, well, there is calculators that even show you the work, but they're showing it to you. So what happens if the calculator don't work? That means you don't know how to do the work. So my point is this: learn to understand the concepts of life. You see, there's a lot of things that is happening on the earth, and relationships is key to growth. If we do not understand each other and we don't understand the concept of life, then what's going to happen is when things change drastically, right? People will not understand exactly how we arrived to where we have arrived. So my point is this, okay? Everybody faces problems. Now, not everybody has the patience to learn how to solve these issues. In relationships, if let's say you have a couple and the relationship is a situation where there is, communication problems, misunderstanding or power trip problems, because in relationships there's a lot of power struggles on who should be more, what's it called, more of the leader than the other. You see, I believe and I understand that power is by the capability of the person, the character of the person, what kind of attributes, what kind of methods, what kind of thoughts does the person have. So you see, some people have a higher intellect, meaning they have a higher understanding on what the solution of the problem is. You see what I'm saying? So what I mean by that is sometimes you might think, oh, if I break away from the person, right? If I break away from the person, that will solve the problem. I need this and need that and need that in that person. And so if I cannot find it, I will go where I can find it. However, you might not understand that the next person could have an even greater problem. They can provide those things for you that you're looking for, but their problem you cannot provide a solution for. Do you see what I'm saying? So then now you have a next problem. My point is this, okay? You have to learn to solve issues so that if the issues are solved, then you are the owner of the solutions. Therefore, you can teach it to others on how to go about things. You see, when we're younger, like let's say teenager, in our, early 20s, those kind of things, right? We used to talk to so many different women. You talk to this woman, boom, you go on to this one, and so forth, like that. However, when you get older, you have to understand that you want peace, you want companionship, You want love. And this is not past anybody because this is what you learn from your parents at a young age, most people, right? Think about it. So when you get older, you want it on a higher level with your companion. But the problem is people are misled by what they think relationships should be. So it becomes a form of a business. A relationship should be this. The person, the woman that I have, should have all these qualities already. Minute Maid, right? All these qualities. But you see, if it was that easy, then no relationship will last because you will figure out everything so quickly. And sometimes people have experience with power struggles. They go power hungry or they're starving to obtain more power due to the position that they are playing. And that they cannot, you know, try to find an alternative way to solve this issue. But I believe that in a relationship, right, of course you have to stay motivated. Of course you have to do things to, better the situation. But everybody has problems in their relationship, even if it's small or big. All these problems rotate from couples to couples. It keeps going with just relationship problems. You see what I'm saying? So think about it. The hardest thing to ever find or ever do is to find the right partner. You see what I'm saying? As a human being. Because that right partner should be able to live with you for your entirety of your life and go through the problems to fight with you to solve these problems. And so people value and see exactly what they want sometimes, and they think that's the it because everybody else is saying, yeah, we are good together. Sometimes that decision is not good enough for others to just say we are good together. But what is your solution? What do you look for value? Because you both have to complement each other in order for change to take place. You have to understand each other's differences because to modify it to the piece of the circumstance. Because sometimes, due to insecurity, due to methods and tricks, right? A lot of things get left behind or get mislooked at, right? Especially if there is marriage or other things involved. You see what I'm saying? Because guess what? If the problems don't get fixed, it will continue somewhere else. It will change and reinvent itself, right? In your next relationship. So, you have to pick the best options. But in order to do that, you have to be patient. Hmm? Sometimes you isolating yourself allows you to see the qualities. You see what I'm saying? To see the right choices, to understand wisdom. Because wisdom is not easy to come by. People may think it is, but it is not. It's difficult to come by. But it's not possible, it's not impossible to be able to understand what you're going through. So I ask of you, do you think that your life can become easier if you decide to become wise in your choices that you make? Or do you think that it's better to clear everything and start from the beginning? You see what I'm saying? I make these videos to teach wisdom onto people. Sometimes you won't have the greatest type of results, but sometimes you have the best. You know, you get best of the both worlds so that you know that there is no lying in what I am saying. See, I realize that I cannot be acting. I can just be myself and I can be true to my craft because then I don't have to fake anything. Do you see what I'm saying? The world has changed drastically. The value of life has changed. The meaning of success is not the same. Think about it. Due to the environment, due to the circumstances of our way of life, we might be doing well on this side of the world, but others that were suffering before the pandemic, think about what they're doing. You see what I'm saying? Think about what they're doing. Think about all the problems they face. They may have the greatest relationships, but then their problems is how to how to eat 3 times a day, if they could even get 2 meals a day. Do you see what I'm saying? So everybody faces problems. There's always solutions. And it's so ironic because these solutions most of the time are very simple due to the the understanding of the person. You know, they have this old parable that says that there are many people that wisdom is basically applied to them, right? However, they choose not to use it because they are listening for what? The best answer. So they don't find it themselves. They don't soul search. They just choose to adapt to, okay, it's out there. But if you're not experienced and it doesn't relate back to you, your wisdom has no value, no concept. See what I'm saying? So you have to understand that our life is very valuable, but it becomes more valuable when we can provide solutions due to our experience that we face. So be a student as well as become a teacher through experience so that you can also teach others and they can teach others. See what I'm saying? The Lord said, the greatest love is to lay one's life down for your brethren. See what I'm saying? Words of wisdom. But understand that this is not a method for, violence or evil or anything. It is a message of love. It is teaching you that when you have your companion, you must provide the best quality of yourself to the best of your ability so that things can move forward. Because if you decide to show the best qualities and use the best qualities of yourself at the most, you will be able to achieve the goals that you want. Because scientifically, if two becomes one, right? They are joined together, meaning their souls become one. And then their souls are more powerful than before, so that they can do all things through God, right? And that is possible, and that is true. That is why relationships is very important. And the right kind of relationships helps you to become the right person. So stay motivated, stay active, right? Obviously, stay truthful so that things can always become better for you, your family, for those who have surrounded, and even outside people that are going through problems. You can be a provider by providing them solutions. And it's going to be with experience, because examples are one of the best solutions. So if they're going through problems, or people are going through problems and you have faced those problems, now you can be their savior because of what you have learned. And what you have learned, if they are willing to take your advice, you become a better person. And you become more of a valued person because you are providing quality knowledge that can instantly change. It's like you become like a therapist in that sense, you know? And so you become a therapist for the fact that you have certain experiences and you see others going through it, and you're sharing your solution with them, with this the with the things. Just wait.